I mean, we didn't give it to them last week. So.
I know, they are thirsty.
Hello and welcome to Rekt Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. We wanted to get a show out today.
I mean, the people are clamoring for it.
They are thirsty gals. No, I actually, in order to make everything work, I actually straight up just pulled my kid out of school today. We did about an hour of school, and I'm like, we're good for today.
That's fantastic.
So that's what I said. I'm like, can we do 12:30?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I got some meetings. I'm like, well, maybe, because I was thinking, I'll give her a half day today.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, maybe a full day off.
I'm sorry that I hindered your child's learning abilities. Sorry. When they are NGMI, it's definitely Uncle Bunchu's fault. So.
Listen to this. So I just got an email from her teacher. And he says, I kept it very light today. He had a supply teacher in today, so he's off today too.
Oh, okay.
So there will be no work.
Supply teacher, that's what they call it.
Yeah, what do you guys call it? Substitute?
Substitute teacher.
Yeah, like so we'll go kind of back and forth. Substitute or supply.
Supply is just like, you just take them off the shelf. Like that.
Basically, that's what these people are.
It's very demeaning.
He gives us a nice long, Fiona's like one of the hardest workers, does great work online, and he ends it with, you two are truly amazing parents. So I'm like, I am an amazing parent, and I am good. I feel good about taking her out today. So
wow,
I know,
father of the year, just
no big deal.
Sign him up now.
I'm just a broke ass dad. Everybody else's dad is a working father, and I'm there sitting beside her most days. So he's like,
but you're crypto rich. So it's like, you don't have to be the working stiff. This is what I keep telling you is like, you want to go back to this corporate life. I'm like, no, man. Like, don't.
I miss hotels. I miss shitty food.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just we'll just need a new side hustle that we can actually monetize.
So I had an interview yesterday.
Yes, you've had two, right?
Yeah, so it was a second one with the same company.
Oh, okay.
It's a voiceover company. So all commercials, video games, animation, that kind of stuff.
I think that's my true calling.
Buddy, that's what I said. I'm like, this is going to be great. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So hopefully...
Hola, bienvenido a Rekt Podcast.
For our Spanish-speaking, people, I don't know if I'm sure we might have a couple of Spanish-speaking listeners.
I don't know. We're bigger in Estonia.
We sure are. I didn't know that was... So I don't know about you. The first time I've heard of the country Estonia was in that Pauly Shore movie back in the 90s, where
Biodome?
No, not Biodome. The one where they unfreeze the caveman.
Oh, Encino Man or something?
Encino Man. That's what it was. And they say he's from Estonia, and I thought it was a made-up country forever. I'm like, oh, yeah, because he's a caveman. He's from Estonia.
That's really funny.
So, yeah, I didn't realize Estonia was a real country until much later in my life.
So, lots to discuss. We've had a week gap between our last shows. So we have 2-week gap actually, because we didn't do one last week. So
that's right.
We've had a full market cycle in that week. I feel like we've gone up, we've gone down, and I think Friday has proven to be a good time to do these shows because we get kind of like a rolling 7-day comparative to the last. And 2 weeks ago we were up. And this week we are down. So let's talk about where we're at in the market. First of all, how do you feel?
Okay. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I lost, at one point, this week, there was a significant amount of money down on my portfolio, and my hands were getting a little shaky. Because when you're only dealing with small amounts of money, you kind of care less. But as your portfolio gets bigger, you're like, shit, like that was a big hit to the old portfolio. And at the end of the day, I don't know about you, but like I want to turn some of these crypto dollars into, fiat dollars and get them working for me in the regular machine, if you will. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these libertarians that want to get rid of all of fiat. I mean, don't get me wrong, we should probably do that at some point, but I'm also a realist, and fiat is going to be around probably until I'm dead. So I do want to convert some of those crypto dollars into fiat, and right now I haven't done much of that. So the plan is to kind of siphon some of it out, over the course of the next few years. And
now,
the
how much we talking? Like 10,
like
20% of your portfolio? We talking like 50?
Probably more, like 75. Like
wow.
Probably once we like peak. You know what I mean? Ideally, I want to try to time the market properly, where I take out the majority of it at the top of the cycle, or close to, or on the way down. I don't think we're at the top yet, but I was getting really nervous this week. I'm like, shit, did we hit the top? Like, is this the downtrend now? Like, so I don't know. I don't think we are. I feel a little bit better today, a lot more green today than the last few days. I had some calls from family members like, oh, should I be selling my Bitcoin?
That's the worst. Like, that's the worst part of this whole thing is like, if people start asking you about stuff that you don't really have any solid opinion on, right? It's like, oh, I've bought nipple coin at this much and now it's this much and I see the market dipping. Should I sell my hashtag nip? Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know. My advice is always sell half, keep half. So you've made some profit, you secured your bag, no matter what it's gonna be, you're gonna feel good about it, and then you keep your moon bag. So regardless of if it's Doge or Nip or whatever,
Rocket,
cock coin, like
have you seen
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is not the platform to talk about.
I don't even know what it is, but enough people are talking about it that I'm like, should I have some cum rocket?
There's ass finance now. I mean,
I see that one.
This is just so stupid. But they're like, people are getting so ridiculously rich off of these meme coins, and
that is very upsetting. I feel
okay. It is to you, okay? Because I expressed this in our Telegram group the other day, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like I was kind of in the minority. I was like, I feel really shitty that I'm not getting rich off of these meme coins.
So I don't feel shitty that I'm not getting rich off these meme coins. I don't like the meme coins. Like, maybe I'm just jealous.
I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
That's definitely what it is.
I don't want to buy the meme coins, but I also think like, what the fuck? Who are these guys just putting $1,000 and 200xing their meme coins? You know what I mean? That's not fair. Like, I'm trying to find solid projects and have a nice portfolio of solid projects, and these schmucks are getting 10xing me overnight on
ass finance
and cum rockets. That's not it's not fun. So I think we're more maybe not more polished, but maybe a little bit more we're looking for projects with a little bit more credentials.
It doesn't do us any good.
I would say it does better than, say, traditional markets.
Yes.
But, not as good as meme markets.
Right. Meme markets are a real thing. So,
yeah.
State of the Union today, Bitcoin at the time of this recording is right around 51,000, down about 10% for the week, last 7 days. Ethereum, $4,065.82, up 16.3% on the week. So, we've had a full all-time high, followed by sky is falling on Ethereum, and now we're sitting back over 4,000. What are your thoughts on Ethereum?
Again, a little upset here as well. I have some Ethereum tied up in NFTs. and it's just infuriating me at every turn. I just wish I had my ETH.
But I'm not sure why it bothers you, because you're not going to lower your ETH value of your NFT.
No, I don't know. I see. I feel that the ETH value of the NFTs are being hurt by the price point of ETH. So something that you were buying for 5 ETH a few days ago is now maybe worth 3 ETH. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's actual.
It might just be my
support that. I mean, I get it. Like, I've seen a lot of NFT people basically saying similar, like, hey, don't lower your ETH price because of the price of Ethereum. Like, this is how you should be valuing what you have. And I get it. I mean, I still see things selling, so it's not like. I think it has to do with what NFT it is and who's buying it, right? Is it a crypto-centric crowd buying it? Because then it's ETH is ETH, right? Like, if it's we've talked about this, if it's a Top Shot type crowd that's coming in from a USD perspective and not a huge sitting on a bunch of crypto, they're buying ETH to buy things, right? Like, they're not sitting on any ETH that they have. That's the people that are willing to pay less because they're not thinking in ETH, right? Like,
right.
I mean, so I don't know.
That being said, though, the ETH BTC pair, like I'm just looking at it right now, is at not all-time high, but definitely the high of the current cycle. So we're just sitting just below the 0.08 marker.
Oh boy,
which is huge.
Just a couple weeks ago, it was still at 0.4 when we were doing the show.
Right, we were at 0.4, we got 0.05, 0.06, and now it's like just under 0.08. And a lot of smart people were saying that was kind of the target. So I don't know if ETH BTC goes down from here for a little bit. I mean, there's support at 0.067. So that's a cut on Ethereum. If it just kind of bounces between 0.067 and 0.08, it could bounce around there for a bit because it's gone. I mean, pretty parabolic. Just looking at the chart over the last few weeks, so I could see it cooling off here. But we're also not seeing the blow off top yet, which is could mean more upside. And I mean, upside could be if I wanted to call a blow off top. Because I'm crazy like that, maybe 0.096, maybe 0.1, maybe a 0.1 blow off top, which would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
So, but everything else seems to be rebounding okay versus Bitcoin. Obviously, there's some outside factors that played into the market.
Well, we'll get there. So we got Binance number 3 down 4% for the week. Doge at 53 cents. So it's in the last 24 hours up 25%. In the last 7 days, it's down 7.7%. So
that's
we've seen
actually.
Well, no.
The 7 days not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's because in the last 24 hours, it's up 25%. Yeah. So you had a lot of things going on with Doge in the last week. So we had Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live. By the way, you're a Saturday Night Live truther.
Yeah, I am.
This show kind of blows, bro.
Listen.
So
I put out, I don't know. I think I tweeted.
What did you think of Elon, first of all?
It was garbage.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, no. What I say, when I tell everybody, I haven't missed a Saturday Night Live in 20 years, I bet. I say every time, every season, an average season has 3 good episodes. It's a shitty season or a good season based off of that. So if it only had 2 good episodes, then it was a shitty season. If it had more than 3 good shows, it was a good season.
I feel like the only great Saturday Night Live sketch I've watched in the last 5 years is David Pumpkins.
And honestly, there's way better ones than that.
No,
David S. Pumpkins is fine.
David Pumpkins is my favorite thing in the whole world.
There's many better ones than that. But no, it's good. They have a good cast. They just have they got to get rid of some of the older folks, I think.
Are you calling for Keenan's job? Is that what's happening?
No
here?
way. Keenan can stay forever if he wants to. Keenan. I think when Lauren retires, either Keenan or Seth Meyers takes over.
Yeah,
I think that's the move.
So we had We had Elon on Saturday Night Live. So all week last week, Doge was building up to this peak heat of will it be mentioned, and obviously it was mentioned a couple times.
Yeah.
You watched the show, and then so it's funny. I had a buddy of mine that was in Doge, and he was telling me all week, he's like, oh, I'm going to sell it after the episode. And I'm like screenshotting the text. I'm like, nope, I would look to sell it during the episode, like literally as before or during
the episode.
Like,
yeah. 100%.
That's what I was telling. I'm like, it's going to be a sell the news type of thing.
It's always sell the news.
And it was. I mean, it went from 75, 80 cents, 81 cents down to like 40, I think, like mid 40s. So, it just didn't live up to the hype. And then you watched. I guess he kind of called it a.
He on Weekend Update. He basically called cryptocurrency kind of a scam. Now that being said, Michael Che, who was one of the Weekend Update anchors, wasn't like it's these stupid. Like I was getting mad at the TV when I was watching it because he's like, "But what's a cryptocurrency?" Like, and he was explaining to him like the proper. He gave him the proper, the proper explanation a couple of times, and he kept asking, "What's a cryptocurrency?" And I'm like, "Bro, like he told you what it was." And if you can't, and he takes out like $1 out of his pocket. And he's like, "See, this is $1. I can hold it. I'm like, "Who's holding dollars in their pocket? Like
I don't even have dollars."
That's what I'm saying. Like, who has money in their pocket? You lunatics. It was such a shitty argument. The only place in the world where I see lots of people with cash on hand is in Vegas, and that's it. Like everywhere I go, like everybody uses, your debit card, your credit cards. You're not using, you're using Venmos, you're using whatever, right? Everything's digital anyways. So I didn't like the premise of the questions. So I was getting pretty frustrated there. And then Che says, oh, so it's a hustle. And then, Elon's like, yeah, it's a hustle. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like I was so upset.
Interesting.
Like it was very upsetting. All over. I was the most upset at that point.
Well, so that didn't do Doge any favors. It, as we mentioned, it tanked pretty hard. But in the past 24 hours, the past couple days, we've seen some more action, courtesy of our friend, maybe Elon Musk. What are your overall feelings on Elon?
So I was asked that question yesterday by my dad. My dad was one of the ones calling me yesterday, looking to panic sell Bitcoin.
Good.
And we were talking about Elon, and my opinion is like I think everybody thinks I'm like just this big Elon fanboy for whatever reason.
I didn't know that was what
not you, but I'm saying like people that know that I'm in crypto, like
assume you're an Elon fanboy.
Assume, exactly, right? And like I think Tesla cars are pretty cool, and I'm pretty fascinated with the landing rockets of SpaceX. You know what I mean? So I like the things that Elon's into, like his companies. But I don't have an opinion either way on Elon. I have a lower opinion now that he did Saturday Night Live.
Is Elon good or bad for crypto?
Bad, I would say, because he's it's too erratic. That's not good. He doesn't have a continuous streamlined thought. He seems to be all over the place. At one point it's good, another point it's a scam. It's not good. So I would rather have an intelligent, not that Elon's not intelligent, but just somebody that's a little bit more.
I don't think you're going to win on that one.
I would just like
people would say Elon is intelligent.
Oh no! I'm not saying he's not intelligent, but I'm saying he's too erratic. I would like an intelligent kind of, like he said on Saturday Night Live that he had Asperger's or something like that, and I was just like, okay, is that why he's trying? Is that what he's saying to try to, hide the fact that he's kind of all over the place with his tweets and kind of what he's pushing? So I wasn't sure what that was all about. But I would just like somebody. I don't know who that person would like. Tom Hanks. Speaking of David, like if Tom Hanks was like, yeah, we should probably use Bitcoin. Like everybody would be. That would be a better person. Just like you feel better when it's less erratic. So I would say overall he's a little too erratic and probably not good for cryptocurrency overall.
So we saw him basically, obviously there was the Doge thing.
Yeah.
And then yesterday or the day before, I don't know which day it was at this point, but he basically, people are crediting him with the Bitcoin dump. And are you familiar with what happened here?
I've heard that. I'm not 100% sure what's happening there.
So he came out and basically said, there was a statement that came out that Tesla was no longer going to be accepting Bitcoin as payment for Tesla vehicles, and he blamed, essentially, he said that Bitcoin's carbon energy use, specifically with coal, is too great of an environmental impact for him to support taking Bitcoin for his Tesla cars.
I don't know how much horse shit that is, though. Is that horse shit? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, is that untrue? Like, is he... Like,
we've heard this argument about Bitcoin and energy.
I've heard the energy thing, but specifically coal. This is the first kind of time I've heard coal specifically.
Well, I mean, it's coal. Coal is a driver of what produces electricity, and it's obviously.
But I'm pretty sure that coal is only like 10 or 20% of all the world's energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's not a big percentage.
I would agree.
Like, are Bitcoin miners only using coal? You know what I mean?
I saw a hilarious meme yesterday that it was like, it was the Zoolander. I don't remember who did it. It was the Zoolander. Ben Stiller walking through the coal mine, and he's like walking to start up my Bitcoin miners, and so I thought that was pretty hilarious.
That's good.
Yeah.
But isn't Doge proof of stake as well?
Yes.
Or proof of work, I mean?
So then last night, this is why freaking Doge is up 25% today. He said, well, then he comes back out and he says, just to clarify, I still support cryptocurrency. I just can't support, I really don't want to support it until it's a better efficiency, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So he kind of covered his tracks there. But
that's what I'm talking about, the wishy-washy stuff.
And then he goes, speaking with Dogecoin developers about, use of or efficient production could be promising, is what he said. And like, he's going to end up forking Dogecoin. That's what's going to happen. And he's going to have his own fucking Elon coin. And that's what's going to happen. So Doge obviously shot up overnight. But the Dogecoin creator then came back out this morning. I saw this tweet that said, let's see, did I
Who's the
Dogecoin?
Is that Jameson Locke?
No, Jackson Palmer.
Jackson Palmer.
So he said this morning or yesterday at 8:15 p.m. Reminder: Elon Musk is and always will be a self-absorbed grifter. And underneath it, he said, "Removing this in 1 minute, as that's all I have to say, and I enjoy the quiet life." So it doesn't sound like he's interested in playing Elon's game.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of Elon being compared to John McAfee.
I was going to say that was Franklin Fitch, our good friend of the show, who was tweeting that out yesterday about Elon being McAfee, which I think is not a terrible comparison. Really.
No. I mean, maybe he's a little bit better than McAfee, but not much better.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that's what's going on with Elon. It's too too much influence on the market when it's not good when one person has all of that influence on what's going on in the market.
I agree. I mean, he's definitely moving markets. And
yeah, he dumped Bitcoin. He's pumping Doge. He's gonna probably fork some Dogecoin. I think it's just funny how okay, Bitcoin uses electricity. That's bad. Teslas use electricity. That's good.
Good.
Oh, okay.
For the record, I was just looking at the Saturday Night Live Instagram feed here. This weekend is probably going to be one of the good episodes. They have Keegan-Michael Key hosting. So if you're familiar with Key and Peele, great sketch comedy duo. So one of them is going to be hosting. So I feel like it's going to be a banger.
Oh, who is that? You cut out for a second.
Yeah, you know Key and Peele, right?
Keegan-Michael Key. He's a Penn Stater.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So Keegan-Michael Key's hosting. That's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show.
Big fan of him. Yeah. So
that's going to be the one of the 3 good shows of the year. So I'd probably watch that one.
So I feel like we've already kind of gotten into the news, so we didn't get to use your drop.
Dang it!
So
I'll put it in now.
All right, perfect. So we got a couple more news stories. Speaking of meme coins, so did you see one of the meme coins that people were getting rich off of this week was another dog coin, right. The Doge spinoff SHIB, and did you see what was happening here?
So I got a little bit. I always get about 40% of the information. So all I know is there was another meme coin called SHIB. SHIB is the type of dog that the Doge logo is.
Shiba Inu, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I heard that was a meme coin that was doing well. And then I think I heard something about Vitalik, and that's all I know. Okay.
So here's what happened. This thing... I guess was pumping like crazy. I've got an article here from decrypt.co, and in brief, some projects gave Vitalik Buterin a lot of tokens, hoping it would add to their legitimacy. Next slide says, maybe that wasn't a great idea. So basically what happened here, a wallet attached to the Ethereum creator, Vitalik Buterin, was given a ton of these SHIB coins, over 2 trillion coins, $40 million worth, and
just given to Vitalik?
Yeah, and Vitalik just dumped on him. So when this coin was created, they basically airdropped Vitalik coins when it was created to try to give the coin legitimacy.
I guess.
Right?
I guess that's a way to do it.
Yeah. Shiba Inu, a Dogecoin knockoff, is a meme coin that calls itself an experiment in decentralized spontaneous community building, aka pump and dump.
I like that. I like the other term.
Yeah.
Spontaneous
decentralized spontaneous community building. Wow. That sounds like a rug pull waiting to happen.
I'm definitely making a T-shirt of that. So,
oh my god, dude! That's basically says, "Hey, we're gonna make you hold our bags," right?
I'm definitely making a T-shirt of that. That's terrific.
Unlike Dogecoin, it runs on the Ethereum network, where it has helped contribute to a surge this week of the price of transactions. So the gas fees. SHIB developers sent more than half of the total tokens to Buterin. They figured that meant the tokens were practically burned or removed from the market as a means of decreasing the supply and upping the demand. Buterin instead burned SHIB holders by removing the SHIB from the liquidity pool on Uniswap. That's amazing.
So did he sell them all?
Yes, he wasn't done. He continued dumping Shiba Inu in favor of Ethereum. Taking the opportunity to clean out his crypto wallet, Buterin then traded $50 billion Inu tokens for ETH, according to the information on Etherscan, causing that dog coin to crater by 30% in an hour. 40 trillion Dogelong or Elon tokens got the same treatment, getting swapped for 619 ETH, and that's down a whopping 90%. Wow.
Now,
so then
I don't want
it
to
sounds
interrupt.
like
Yeah.
it sounds like then
Because I heard something, and I want to see if it's.
Don't worry, don't worry, your loss is charity's gain. Vitalik then sent 500 of his newly bought ETH, which is over $2 million, plus 10% of the liquidated SHIB tokens to a wallet associated with the India COVID Crypto Relief Fund. Yes. Good. He gave the Elon tokens and another 1,000 ETH to a Coinbase wallet for the, I can't say this word, a medical charity for extending human life. So he gave all this money to charity, but he wrecked people so hard. Oh, I think it's so funny. Yeah,
but these are the type of people we're dealing with. Like Elon and Vitalik are kind of like two peas in a pod, right? You know what I mean? Like they're kind of similar.
Yeah, but this is not Vitalik's fault. This is on
not at all.
This is on the creators.
If you want it burnt, maybe just burn it.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy cow.
Yeah, definitely not Vitalik's fault. I mean, somebody just
airdropped him $50 million for free.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I mean, of course, it wasn't worth $50 million when they airdropped it, but
I mean, he probably walked away with what? I mean, he gave away $2 million plus 10%, but he probably walked away with 10.
That's insanity,
right? I don't know.
Crypto's a fucking weird place, man.
It is a weird place.
It is so
but I'm glad to hear that he donated some. Because, man, like, we get stuck in our bubble a lot. There's some shit going on in the world. You're like, fuck, oh yeah, that's a, like the pandemic in India right now is no fucking joke. Like, that is some fucking serious shit going on there. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it. So I'm glad that Vitalik, in a kind of roundabout way brought some attention to it, because they definitely need money over there, because it is just a fucking horror show over there. Yeah. And then you got obviously what's happening in the Gaza Strip with between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Man, that is no fooling around either. Like there's some shit going on in the world. Sometimes we get caught up in our little bubbles, because I over the last couple of days I've been noticing more and more news about these things, and just craziness happening, man.
Yeah, man. So. That's my two pieces of news here. Those are like the biggest things that have been going on, I feel like, around crypto the last 2 days as far as the markets are concerned. What else got here?
Yeah, I got in lesser news.
By the way, as I'm peeking at it, because I don't want to forget, we talk about this all the time, but according to CoinGecko here, how many cryptocurrencies do you think are in existence? Do you remember since the last time?
I feel like we were like 6,000 something before.
Yep.
8,500?
7,228.
Okay, that's not bad. It's reasonable.
Bitcoin dominance?
I saw some numbers flying around yesterday. I didn't think they were accurate, because I thought I saw like 41%. Less than that.
39.7 according to Coin.
Wow, I didn't believe 41 when I saw. I'm like, that can't be right.
According to the GEC,
they know. Now, I wonder if that takes into consideration what's being held with NFTs, that kind of stuff.
Probably not.
Right. So that's probably even more, right? Like, I mean, if we're counting NFTs as a type of cryptocurrency, which
I don't know. Do you count NFTs as like whatever the currency of the blockchain they're on, like ETH or Wax or whatever?
Yeah, I would kind of think so. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. That's tough.
But we could probably agree that they're probably not being counted in that, right?
Correct. Yeah, I would say no.
So it's probably significantly more or significantly less than that, I should say. But okay, I got one here. Coinbase. We all love Coinbase.
We do?
No. Coinbase says it will support more assets, including Doge, after strong Q1 earnings. Coinbase published its Q1 2021 earnings today, which showed that the exchange hit the targets it set in its estimated results this March. According to its investor letter, Coinbase saw strong results thanks to its public debut and the ongoing growth of the crypto industry. Quote, "The wind is in our sails right now, and it feels good." This is the firm's first earnings report after its long-awaited direct listing on the NASDAQ this April. In March, ahead of the debut, it reported an estimated $1.8 billion in total revenue. It hit the mark according to today's results. It also hit $335 billion in total volume, a metric also projected in its estimated report. That's more than a 275% jump from $89 billion last quarter. About $120 billion came from retail activity, and the remaining $215 billion coming from institutions. So that's a pretty healthy mix there. The growth can be partially credited to a mass of new participants in the crypto economy, according to Coinbase. I don't know if this article gets into it, but I'm pretty sure the Coinbase app was the number one app on the Apple market, I think last week or this week. So just kind of shows how many more people are coming in. I don't know. The more I'm reading, man, I feel like, are we getting close to the top on this cycle? I'm getting worried. Like, uh-oh.
You're calling the top now?
I don't know. I'm just getting more and more nervous. I thought we were going to 100K, no problem, but I'm getting more and more nervous. As many assets hit all-time highs and displayed high levels of volatility, venues saw an influx of participants. Coinbase saw a jump from 43 million verified users last quarter to 56 million verified users this quarter. Monthly transacting users more than doubled from 2.8 million to 6.1 million. This translated to 771 million in net income. Crypto market capitalization reached $2 trillion. That's crazy to me. After sitting at 782 million last quarter. At 11.3% of that market cap, or 223 billion, is on Coinbase. We're at a $2 trillion market cap right now. Mm-hmm. That's I'm freaking. I didn't even know any of this. All of this, I'm reading this in real time, and I'm freaking the fuck out.
2.3 trillion. Yeah.
I didn't know any of this. I don't want to read anymore. So that's where we're going to stop the article, because I'm going to jump off a bridge and sell everything.
Really.
Don't you find this very concerning?
I don't know. I don't really think so.
Like
like what's gonna, so okay, let's chat about it.
Okay.
Say this is the top.
Right.
What is the worst case scenario? It's not 3K.
No, but it's definitely a 75% haircut from here.
I don't know. It would be the 75% haircut from the top.
Okay, that's true.
That was, yeah. Which is what, high 60s or mid 60s? Yeah. What did it peak at?
Where's support? Let me just look here. What could we really look at for BTC?
So I see
39K, 40K.
We were almost at 63.
I think
63 somewhere looks to be the top so far.
I mean, as I'm looking at the chart, man, 30K maybe.
64,378 on CoinGecko is the top.
Yeah, I got the same thing here. So, I mean, there's a ton of support at 33K and 30K. So maybe it bounces there, and then I have to go back a little bit further. And then 20K. I mean, it could go to 20.
But is that the worst thing in the world? Like, you end this cycle potentially where the last all-time high was?
Yeah. What your portfolio is going to look like absolute dog shit. And then alts too, depending on how much alts you have, it's going to be worse for them, right? But that being said, we're not at all-time high. I mean, we're at all-time high USD value in alts in a lot of them, but not BTC pairs. So I don't know how much that plays into it. I'm just worried now. No, I'm worried. It's the dominance. It's the market. So it's the $2 trillion market cap plus the 39% Bitcoin dominance has really got me worried. But
Why?
I might be. I don't know. It just they seem like very high numbers.
Interesting.
But where did we get to last?
But where
cycle?
where would you want the dominance to be at that point? Like,
I don't know. I still want it to be over 50.
We've seen it as high as like 70.
Right. Like I still want it to be over 50. I just think once we get to this point, I feel like our alts should be much higher than where they are currently.
But I don't think you're going to make Bitcoin. See, this is what I've been thinking for a while. I don't think you're going to make Bitcoin all-time highs on these coins that have had.
You're probably right. You're probably
in 2017. We've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah,
if you had an all-time high in 2017, you ain't getting back there. Like, I think Ethereum's the only one with a chance. You know what I mean?
No, I don't even think that's probably. I mean, all-time high because we were talking what 0.1 for a possibility on Ethereum. Like, I'll pull up the chart. I think I got the Poloniex chart for Ethereum, so it's super old. 1 second. So our all-time high. Give me the weekly. Oh shit. Our all-time high was 0.15 all-time high ETH BTC, and we're at 0.08 right now. So that's double, more than double. Shit. Yeah, 0.15. That's still a ways. I don't think it'll ever get there again. And that happened in June of 2017. So we didn't even see that in the high of 2018, at the beginning of 2018, in January, at the end of January, was 0.12. So we didn't even see an all-time high from the previous one. So I think it'll slowly get lower and lower. But yeah, man, this chart will probably peak at 0.1 is my thought. Maybe not even.
Interesting. So I started the show asking you how you felt. How do you feel now?
I feel shook, man. I feel shook. That's all I'm saying. Less confident. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see it. Like, I just think there's not going to be the same type of bear market that we just.
No, you don't think so?
I don't.
I hope you're right.
I think it's more mainstream now than it ever was back then. And
That's true.
I think there's too many huge players involved now, as far as corporations with it on their balance sheet and this and that. I just don't think that you're going to see. Bunch. But like, but 65K to 40K and hold around, like, and chop, like, that's a possibility. Like,
yep.
Even 35K, like, possibility, chop, and stay there for a long, long time. Sure. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if we're going to see the 2018 type of bear market. Like, I think in the next bear market, we will see it will look like chop.
Was the last bear market the worst bear market in crypto?
I think it was. Think right? So.
No?
I mean, maybe
the longest. You know what I mean?
There had been so many previously. I don't know. I would hate to be wrong about that, but I'm not sure.
It was definitely one of them, right? Like one of the.
Yeah,
worst.
I mean, it was a long time. It's a long time. So
like the 180 episodes worth.
I just feel like last time was right, exactly. I just feel like last time all of this was retail, right? And so the drawdown was high, was more because you were dealing with retail type investors that came in and were getting shook out and panicking and selling.
Yeah, a bunch of me's
just
walking
taking
around.
Stuff, right, and just taking stuff off the table, right? But like, I don't know, it just feels structurally different this time. So hit me with a hashtag. This time is different. That's the stance I'm taking.
I love it.
I'm not even like, again, you know me, I'm usually the bearish one, but I don't feel like I have been lately. I feel like
you have not.
I've made a full turnaround. I think my newfound love for NFTs have brought me back full swing into I also feel like that's why I'm not panicking and I'm in like this little NFT bubble, and even NFTs are slowing down, but it's like it just doesn't feel like sky is falling like it does for, I guess, a trader. And I kind of like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
you're not wrong.
anyway, that's going to do it for us for the news. We've got 10 minutes to make fun of Chambers' tweets. My favorite thing. Let's play Defend That Tweet.
The defense is not back, Mo.
Hey, just get our energy going at the defensive end. Keep playing defense.
So you have not been tweeting nearly as much.
I realized that what it was, by the way. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I don't like Twitter. I've been spending significantly more time on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
That's what it is.
Wow.
As we were talking, I'm like, oh shit, that's what it is. It's not that I hate Twitter or that I'm not interested in Twitter. It's just I'm on TikTok so much more now. That's why.
So what are you doing on TikTok?
Man, TikTok is like, I'm gonna sound.
So
whatever.
this kind of upsets me a little bit because I hear now that's where all the like real crypto influences is happening. Like,
see, now I'm not in crypto TikTok. The nice thing about
what the hell are you doing over there then?
buddy, you should be on TikTok. It's the level of creativity on TikTok is super impressive. And the nice thing with TikTok, it's all algo driven. So everybody's TikTok stream is a little bit different based on what they like, right? So like my wife has her own algo and I tell her not to send me weird things to fuck up my algo. You know what I mean? So right now it's just like quality comedy. Like it's so good. And the level of just the quality of the stuff coming out it's so impressive. I don't know. You kind of have to be on it to understand fully, but it's pretty good.
Can you like create a second account and just start getting into some crypto stuff? Because again, I hear that's where all the influence is coming, and we need to be on the next.
But I feel it's
coin.
super. I've seen some crypto TikTok. It's super cringy.
Right, but that's where these 200x meme coins are coming from.
I don't want to.
Like,
do we want to be involved in those? I don't know.
I want to make a 200x.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Like, I don't know where any of this stuff is happening, and then you see it all coming from TikTok. All right, so you've been tweeting less because you've been on TikTok. I found 3 tweets that are segment-worthy tweets here. Right. One was from... I had to go back a month, by the way.
I believe it, because it's been about a month since I've been on TikTok.
One was yesterday.
Okay.
1:28 p.m., 6 likes. Oh, by the way, before we start this, I am catching you on Twitter. Like, I took almost a year off from like really tweeting much of anything.
Yeah.
And you had me by like 600 followers at some point. You're only up to I've made a push. I'm coming for you. I think I'm like 200 followers behind you now.
Well, you've been getting them NFT followers.
Yep.
You're a staple in the NFT world, so
that's where
I'm
making my hay in the NFT's Top Shot crossover space. So those are my people now. So your first tweet is related to that. 1:28 p.m. 6 likes, no retweets.
No.
Looks like maybe 1 comment here. I'm an ape, and I'm the worst part of the hashtag NFT community. Don't follow me if you're into NFTs.
So that was kind of... Is that the end of the...
Yes.
Okay. So that was a response to you dropping, these little... these poking the bear, if you will, about catching me in followers. Because I'm like, well, this guy's obviously getting the NFT bump, which is, deservedly so. Because you know what you're talking about and you love NFTs and it's good. But I'm like, I don't want to get more followers kind of off of your coattails. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're associated. I'm like, no. I don't want to get gimme followers based on my association with NFTs, because I'm not, as much as I have NFTs and I'm, kind of a part of the community.
Yeah, you're like
I'm not the type of person
you
you
should buy and you
right,
dump
exactly.
the money in. Yeah, that's exactly.
So,
which is why I have a bone to pick because I feel like that's what your relationship with NFTs is like me and
100%.
Dez from Mint Condition will bring you something and say ape right now, and you ape, and yes. I feel like you've had some pretty decent success with stuff that we've aped you into. I feel like I'm not getting any of the reciprocation here. Like I need normal crypto stuff.
You want
that because I'm not doing any of that,
buddy. I'll tell you what. I've been telling you.
You need to be like dump some ETH into this right now. Take it out in 2 days, and like that's the stuff I need coming back.
So what I've been doing. And I've not been trading a ton of ETH. I haven't been on Uniswap. Apparently there's Uniswap 3.0 now, or version 3, I should say. I haven't even been on there yet. I haven't traded anything in Ethereum. The only Ethereum I've been using is to buy NFTs. But I've been saying for the past few months now, I'm a Samcoin guy, and I bought my Samcoins, and I'm just holding them. And over the past week, it's Bitcoin. People are shitting on Bitcoin and Elon. People are shitting on Vitalik and Ethereum. But, my boy Sam, crystal clean. He's, I don't know. I still think that's the way to go. I think Samcoin's on a dip right now. Obviously, with the market being what it is, there's opportunity to buy some Samcoins if you want to get into those, like Serum and Solana. Like I'm just looking at Radium. Like that's a nice buy right there.
We don't talk about that one.
FIDA, you can buy that right now. Like these are all, in my opinion, solid buys. And Sam seems to be the only one that's impressing me right now. I haven't made a ton of trades.
There you go. Well, now you know that I'm expecting at least some reciprocation.
All right, you put me on blast. I will take more notes.
Speaking of Uniswap version 3, do you remember when we were first? I think this was like August, and we were first talking about Uniswap. Do you remember what we were talking about? Was when we were looking through what Uniswap was, we were clicking around and we found Unisocks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do you know what the current price of them are? If we would have,
know they're
socks?
Ridiculous. I know they're.
It's about $100,000, and at the time it was like you could buy a pair of socks for like $700 or like $1,000 or something.
Isn't that upsetting?
It's so dumb. I hate myself all the time for it. I just looked it up. $98,224.41 for a pair of socks. And people
better feel nice.
Them. Yeah, talk about a bonding curve, huh?
Mm-hmm. No kidding.
All right, that was
that sounds like that was like my socks in high school. I love a big bonding curve on those socks.
Oh yes, that's so funny. Speaking of, go buy cum rockets. All right, jeez. All right, tweet number 2 from 5/1. So this is 2 weeks ago. At 1:58 p.m., 1 retweet, so somebody agreed with you. 6 likes. Eminem is very overrated. Don't be mad.
Honestly, fuck, that guy is overrated.
Why?
He's not that, like, okay, yeah, he can speak, like, okay, he can rhyme words together and say them really fast and angry. I don't think that's good. You know what I mean? Like it just reminds me of like, do you remember like the Micro Machine guys when we were kids? Like the guy that could talk really fast. He had like a little mustache, a balding guy.
The legal like
kind of like that.
Into those
yeah,
commercials. Yeah,
kind of like that. But there was a guy specifically. He was like a fast talker, and he was like, I want to say in like the late '80s or early '90s was like a really big deal. And he would do commercials for like Micro Machines or like the little race cars. Anyways, but it's just not that impressive. Like he's like angry. Like it's not like I listened to My Name Is again. Like that's kind of like, you know, the first one, right? That's his first big hit. Yeah. It's fine. It reminds me of being a kid. Like it's nostalgic, but like when compared to like, and I'm not a big rap guy, but I mean compared to like Biggie or Tupac, it's not as good. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's not as good. It seems like a meme of rap or hip hop. And I just think he's overrated. And I mean, now he's like, his first 2 albums were probably, like, I would consider them pretty decent. But since then, like, I don't know.
I don't think I've listened to much since those ones.
I just don't think he's on the hierarchy that people think he is. You know what I mean? Like, 2 good albums is not that impressive to me, considering he's still alive. You know, where we lost.
Considering he's putting out NFTs,
right? And he's always mad. Like, you're 50 years old, man. Chill out. Like, you're not an angsty teen anymore. You know what I mean? Like, grow up.
Is he actually mad though, or is it just shtick at this point?
Oh, if it's shtick, it's even more upsetting. Like, fucking calm down. All right, like, you see, like, right. Look at. Anyways,
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. No, I get you. All right, last one here. This I don't know if we talked about this one or not. I feel like we could have talked about this one, but I don't remember. So if we've talked about it, you're gonna have to defend it again here.
All right.
It came from all the way back 331. So this is way
March
back.
31st. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, March 31st. So this is over a month ago that I'm pulling this one from. At 11:42 a.m., only 1 like.
Cowards. It was probably something.
It's a poll that you put out. It had 33 votes, so some decent engagement.
Not great.
But 1 like. It says, what animal is Goofy? And then it's a dog or a cow.
Yeah.
And you hashtag Disney, hashtag Disney Plus, hashtag dog, hashtag cow. Some solid hashtagging there.
Yeah, I like dog, cow, hashtag.
So, first of all, defend the tweet, then I'll talk about what the results say here.
So, we did talk about it. I remember talking about this.
Okay.
But I think I saw somebody, maybe it was on TikTok, I'm not sure, but somebody was not arguing, but somebody saying, like, I think they thought it was a cow or was told it was a cow and they were freaking out. And I just thought it was an interesting, I thought it was a dog, but I'm like, is it a cow? And I started looking at him again and I'm like, I'll just put out a Twitter poll. So that was basically it. I wasn't leaning one way or the other. I assumed it was a dog.
Well, maybe you were.
Beforehand.
Maybe you were, because the first comment underneath says, from you, so far 100% of you are wrong.
Again, I like to stir the pot. So if somebody said dog, I just wanted to play the devil's advocate. Because
that's what triggered me.
Exactly. That's what I love to do.
What triggered me. Yeah.
Now I can put a face to the trigger.
Yep. Oh, definitely. You got me, because my comment underneath is literally screenshotting Google. So you absolutely triggered me with this one. The results were 88% dog, 12% cow.
So what is that, like 10? No. How many people?
Well, 12% is about 5.
Five people, yeah.
Yeah, 5 people voted cow. I think Goofy's wife is a cow.
Yeah, Clarabelle.
No offense, yeah.
Anyway. It's funny having this show and our other show, because I really watch what I say on the other show.
Yeah, no, I know. We actually do a pretty good job over there, not cursing.
I was gonna make some sort of bestiality claim.
Well, look, we've talked about cum rockets.
That's right
on this show. So.
We were just talking cryptocurrencies. That's all.
That's it. Yeah, not like really. It's literally...
and sock bonding curves.
Hashtag breathless edging.
Oh my god, that was a good one. That was fun.
Yeah, so if you missed our other show, The Mint Condition, we're going to start doing a couple more of these, some like live shows. So when we go live, come hang out, even if you're just going to make fun of us in the chat, because we'll put it out there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so anyway, that is going to do it for us. What else we got? Anything else before we get out of here?
I don't think so. Thank you for everybody that wanted us to put out a show this week. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it means that we matter to at least 1 or 2 of you.
I mean, that's more than my current household, so that's nice.
How's the last episode we had? We were talking about your weight loss journey. How's that going?
You know what? I weighed in this morning. I'm down about 7 pounds since our last.
You. Good for you. Nice.
And
job.
it's no exercise. All I'm doing is starving myself. I don't need breakfast. I don't need lunch. Just have some dinner. You're fine.
I'm on the breakfast, skip lunch, dinner.
If I do have breakfast, I might have like a little bowl of instant oatmeal. I feel oatmeal's good. Like it keeps me kind of satiated for most of the day. But yeah, just like I haven't eaten anything today yet. Might have a bowl of oatmeal for lunch or something, and then I eat normally for dinner.
I gotta send you a recipe. It sounds terrible, but it's actually like the greatest breakfast, and it's like really good for you, and it's recommended for like the weight loss type of meals. And it sounds terrible, it does, but it's actually fucking awesome. It's my wife and I just call it banana eggs.
Oh, wow, I almost threw up in my mouth.
No, dude, I'm telling you, give it a try one time. And
all right, I will.
Give it
I
a try
have
one
eggs
time.
and bananas.
It sounds terrible, but it is very good. And then you do like a little sprinkle of syrup and some strawberries on it. It's good shit.
So it's like, I'm assuming you mix the eggs and bananas together?
And then you just, and you almost
fry them like a pancake?
fry them like a scramble. No, like you scramble them, like you're going to do scrambled eggs. Yeah.
All right, I'll try that. I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah.
I'll TikTok it.
A little cinnamon, TikTok it. There you go. I will. And people are gonna be like, "You're gross."
You're gross.
How many followers you got?
I'm not playing the follower game on TikTok. I don't know, like none, probably like 10. Right. I don't know.
Well, you're getting pretty good at being creative on TikTok.
I like it's fun. It's like, buddy, like it's there. The quality of talent on TikTok is pretty impressive. Like I can't stress it enough. Like I'm always impressed. I'm like, I can't believe somebody just took the time to do this.
I don't know. I don't have that time. I'm the old like TikTok is too much for me, I guess.
No, man, I'm telling you, you would love it. But anyways, we'll have our own TikTok episode later, maybe.
So yeah, that sounds good. All right, my friend, we are out of here. Until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a Rekt patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Rekt podcast. Don't get wrecked.